Good morning and happy Thanksgiving. It's Bedhead Chronicle day 7, I think, and I've got a good one for you. That's real. I didn't make that up. I didn't work hard on that. I got home from Florida last night, close to 9 o'clock. I'm passed out, and this is the result. I really didn't. I really wanted to fix that before this. I find it distracting, very distracting, but here we are. Committed to these Bedhead Chronicles. We'll see how long it lasts for the bedhead, but it's good for me. So today is Thanksgiving, and I hope that you have plans to enjoy connection and something very special, which is gratitude. And I don't know if you have a daily gratitude practice, but science supports that. I really need to commit to doing that on a daily basis as well. And part of why I thought that was because I read this article about how positive thoughts can change your brain. They actually rewire the brain. I've got to find the actual title. Let's see if I can see it here. Study reveals when you focus on the good, your brain literally rewires. I will link that study in the description below, but I'm going to share just an excerpt from this today. One of the things that I wanted to mention was how I feel that gratitude is a shortcut. So positive thinking, we're not talking about toxic positivity, but positive thoughts can sometimes be hard to access when your outer environment or your inner is in a negative spin cycle. And I have found that gratitude can be that perfect pause on that spin cycle to help us to stop and change our perspective on what we're experiencing. So what I love about gratitude is I feel like it's an energetic shortcut from being in a negative, low vibration to moving yourself to something that is at least neutral, and changing the perspective on what it means to be here now in this moment. Shifting from from dislike and don't want to appreciation, I think, can be a powerful practice. And even when we're in a good state, it's there's just nothing like gratitude, I think, to change us. And it shows in some new studies that it helps to rewire our brain and make it more resilient. So I'm going to share that quickly here. The discovery that focusing on the good can rewire the brain is a profound reminder that human beings are not passive observers of their inner world. We are active participants in shaping our thoughts, emotions, and perceptions. I think we knew that part. Neuroplasticity reveals that change is not only possible, but biologically supported. With intention and practice, the brain can become more resilient, more balanced, and more attuned to the beauty and possibility woven through everyday life. In traffic, in traffic jam. This does not mean ignoring pain or pretending challenges do not exist. That's the toxic positivity. I grew up with that, and still processing some of the frustrations of pretending like things are okay when they're totally not. Instead, it means recognizing that the mind can be trained to see the entire picture, including the good that so often hides behind the noise. It means understanding that emotional habits can shift, cognitive patterns can evolve, and the inner landscape can grow more harmonious with time. From a spiritual perspective, focusing on the good is not about avoiding difficulties or pretending everything is perfect. It is about attuning the mind to a deeper reality that includes possibility, connection, and meaning. Many spiritual traditions teach that compassion, gratitude, and awareness open the heart and mind to what is fundamentally real and life-affirming. Neuroscience now offers a biological explanation for these teachings. When practitioners cultivate inner peace, gratitude, or loving awareness, or what I like to call self-acceptance, The neural networks associated with empathy, emotional balance, and insight strengthen. Over time, these traits become traits rather than states. I had to think about that a little bit. I'm pretty sure there was some AI help with this writing, I can tell. These traits become not states, but traits. That would be official brain rewiring. In this way, spiritual development and scientific understanding converge. One describes the inner experience, the other describes the mechanism. Whether through science, spirituality, or a combination of both, the path to inner transformation begins with attention. What you focus on, you become. As within, so without. What you practice, your brain reinforces, and each moment offers a chance to guide your mind toward clarity, gratitude, and genuine well-being. Neuroplasticity shows that the magic of focusing on the good is not wishful thinking. It is a natural capacity of the human brain. It is also a call to live consciously, to cultivate habits that support growth, and to embrace the incredible potential of a mind that can always change. And this was a pretty comprehensive article. Some of what it talked about actually made me think about addiction, and I'm not going to rabbit trail over that direction, but it did talk about what happens when we repeatedly have negative thoughts or ruminate. And so, like I said, I feel that gratitude is our shortcut to take us from being on the railroad tracks of negativity or rumination and rerouting that over to something that is at least neutral, if not moving in a positive direction. Sometimes it's less about finding ecstatic bliss and more about finding neutrality and acceptance for what is. And I'm starting to find in my approach to easeful living that neutrality and unconditional allowing is a pretty powerful place to be sitting. And so I don't know what you have going on today. I hope, like I said, that it's beautifully connecting with people that you love and delicious food in an incredibly safe and loving environment in the first world where we're privileged to live. But also I understand that emotional triggers buried deep from our past come online during the holidays and are far more activated than they are throughout the year. So if you're feeling a little off today, it may not be anything that your prefrontal cortex knows it can figure out or articulate. There may be stuff that's just lodged there that you have to process, that you potentially have the opportunity to process through or feel your way through. And I know November brings up things for me that I can't always explain, childhood memories and other things. And, sometimes you're interacting with people you don't choose to interact with at other times during the year. And that can be challenging too. And so that's where gratitude can come in as a practice to help us find that neutral place, if not even work our way into a more positive and resilient brain space as we rewire these neural connections during times with our biological family. So I'm wishing all of that for you today as you step into what I hope is going to be a beautiful series of good memories. And check in with you tomorrow on Bedhead Day 8. We'll see what we got for you. I'm working on the hair for you. All right.